Hey YouTube, this is Steven with Simple Test Life. Welcome to my channel. I'm on my way to work again this morning. Thought I'd do a quick video. So it's the day after, and I think it's probably normal to be questioning. Some people call it buyer's remorse. There's a lot of questioning going on. Things like, should I really get full self-driving right now? I said previously, I believe it'll cost more down the road. Now when? I don't know. Will it be a year from now? Will it be 6 months from now? 2 years from now? I just don't know. Naturally, I'm sure I don't know if the numbers are out there. I don't think Tesla releases them as to what percentage of their cars are ordered or have full self-driving. Maybe I have to go back and look at that. And so, I just don't know. And, $6,000 is a lot towards when you're looking at the purchase price of a over $50,000 car when you add in full self-driving. The all-wheel drive long range is, I think, 48, just under 48 without it. So, I'm second guessing that. Do I really need that? And naturally, I think after the order's submitted, I've noticed there is the option to go in there and deselect it. So I think up until, I would assume, near closing day, I can go in and remove that and lower the cost down by $6,000. So I don't know. I may do that. I am, like I said, I'm a little on the fence about that. Naturally, there's this will be the first time that we've spent more than $50,000 for a vehicle if we include the full self-driving in it. So I think just psychologically in my mind, that's just like, oh wow, can we afford it? Yeah, we can. We can afford it. It's not going to be a complete burden to get this car, but it is money out the door. That's just real. There's down payment that we're going to put into it, and that's money that I could sink into this Volt. So yeah, I think I would assume it's natural. Others probably, I would assume, have gone through the same thing. So if you have, leave your comments and your experience. I'm curious. Does that all go away after you get the car? Maybe so. Hopefully so. I read, that's the other thing. I read the forums, and gosh, you can read 100 good things, and then you'll read a few negatives. And right now, paint, right? In fact, I'm sitting here thinking to myself last night as I'm looking through some forum postings, I'm looking at, gosh, do I need to get a delivery checklist? Because people have talked about when you go to pick it up, you need to check for all these things. And I'm thinking to myself, really? We're still this far in, and Tesla's still dealing with paint issues. It sounds like maybe the panel gaps and things like that have been fixed. But it sounds like people are still dealing with real issues around paint, whether it be all the right parts of the body are painted correctly. Do they have the right amount of paint? I think with a white version, that will be at least less of something to worry about. But again, I don't know. Again, the idea of walking in with a 2 or 3 page checklist of things that I need to check for to be able to walk out the door with a car that is satisfactory when you're spending that kind of money. You scratch your head and go, really? It's kind of like, it's almost like a warning signal, right? Anyway, I got to be fair to myself and certainly fair to others, because look, it's real. Although I would also counter that and say, any car maker is going to have problems. I get that. I think just some of Tesla's problems are the kind of problems that other car manufacturers, dealt with years and years ago. And again, I think for everything I should say that there's let's say a risk, I think there's probably 100 or more people out there that are going to be like, my car was perfect, everything was great, because I've read those comments, right? And I get it. So anyway, I think I'm just in this a little bit of second guessing myself phase right now. I would assume it's normal in a purchase of this size. So that's I guess number one. Number two, I am thinking now, what accessories, what other kinds of things will I need or want to do to the car. I know many have talked about they do the wrap. I don't certainly plan on doing a full wrap. I think certainly coverage, a skin coverage of some kind at the front of the vehicle to address rock chips and things of that nature, I think is probably in the cards. Window tint sounds really nice. So I've seen photos, and I think the white looks really, really good with a light tint on the sides. I'm curious about, I read people doing tint on the front, and I'm not sure I understand that. I've never had a car, I've never even been asked if I can think about it. And I've done several tints over the years with different vehicles, not in the Volt, but I owned a Lexus, a G35, Infiniti G35. So I've had a number of cars where I have gone and done tints, and I don't recall anybody ever asking me, do you want the front windshield done? And I don't know if that's just a UV thing. So again, if you've had your front glass done, would you please explain to me why that is, or why people are doing that and the benefits of it? So anyway, so some kind of protection in the front of the vehicle is certainly probably in the cards. So yeah, that's where I'm at this morning. I did get an email yesterday from the sales advisor telling me that they're supposed to get a large shipment of cars in over the weekend. And if that's the case, it's possible that my vehicle could be ready earlier. Because again, I think I mentioned when I went in test drove, I was quoted 4 to 6 weeks. That was the kind of the backup, or the backlog here. And there goes a Model 3, red Model 3. That's the backlog that exists right now. So we'll see. I still have some things I think I need to wrap up on the, after you've ordered and you've got your order number, you are asked to fill out a number of things. I mentioned these. One is the providing who's going to take title, or who's going to be on the name of the title of the vehicle. So that's all taken care of. The delivery location, that's all taken care of. There's a section for trade, and I've put my Volt in as an option for trade right now, but it says something about how somebody's going to need to contact me because I do have a loan on the vehicle, and I don't know, I guess they have to call and ask me questions, but nobody's done that yet. So that section does not have a checkbox next to it. And I've been told by the sales advisor there's a place that I need to enter my insurance information, but that section hasn't even revealed itself to me. So I don't know if that's because I haven't progressed through this, the trade section. It hasn't been checked off as done yet, so I can't sort of see the next section. There's another section about financing, and it asked me for what's your actual, how much are you going to take out a loan for? And I was thinking to myself, it says the actual value, as if it's wanting the exact number. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, taxes, title, fee numbers. I believe Tesla has to provide that to me near the end, sort of a final bill of sale or something to that effect, and it'll tell me exactly what that number is. So anyway, I threw a number on there and I hit submit, and it accepted it, but I don't know if that was wrong. So again, if somebody's gone through that process and wants to chime in and explain that, please do so. So that's kind of where I'm at. And like I said, no other sections have revealed themselves to ask for my insurance information. So I kind of think I'm at this sort of point where I need to talk to somebody at Tesla before I can proceed. And they told me, that I can't take delivery until sort of all those steps are completed. So I guess I'll wait to see what they say today and come back with more answers tomorrow. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's an emotional roller coaster. My wife, I think she probably thinks I'm crazy for a number of reasons. She probably thought I was crazy before this, but I've said this before. I love technology. It's a weakness of mine. I love to have the latest and greatest. Although I will not be getting the iPhone 11. I do have the 10s Max. I am not going to be getting the 10 or the 11 Pro Max Pro. I'm not sure if it's Max Pro or Pro Max. Probably Pro Max. I think that sounds a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm not going to be getting it. I think I'll be passing on that till until next year. So waiting for the iPhone 12, which is fine. Honestly, I look at the phone. My phone today is it's a great phone. I love it. So why do I need to spend more money on that? But I do, I've actually got another channel. I've not been putting videos on it, but I've been wanting to do something around. I am trying to move away from a laptop. So I've got a MacBook Pro, and just simply go straight to an iPad for all of my computing needs. So I need to plan some videos on that, but that's a step in the right direction, and I think that'll lower some cost, if you will, for me as well. So anyway, rambling there for a little bit. Thanks for joining me, and we will talk again tomorrow. Bye.